No, come on, man. I ain't trying to record people. Huh? I'm gonna body them. What's good, everybody? It's your boy Chris here, aka the Simba Senju, here with another video. And today, this video is gonna be going over, surprisingly, a sneaker collection.
Alright, now I want you to go ahead and check out my friend Trent's Wavy Apparel website. Now with this website, you are able to check out different apparel such as hoodies, shirts, hats, anything you can think of. You also have the option to make your own custom hoodies and t-shirts, and as well as custom ashtrays. Again, Wavy Customs, go ahead and check it out. He has some pretty cool shirts here and there, good reviews down the line. Go ahead and give him a shout out and go ahead and check out his merch.
And everything, link is down in the description below, and I also included within the video as well. But other than that, let's go and get started. All right, the first pair of shoes that I actually want to show you guys that I got back in my senior year of high school back in 2015 or 2016 was a pair of Adidas Superstars Pharrell Williams shell toes. Now, you know, these were the first, I guess, official pair of kicks that I had just to help me get started into the shoe game and, you know, like just start collecting shoes as time goes by. And, you know, these were pretty dope. They fit pretty nice and everything. The only thing that I didn't like about these was that, like, when it came to the lacing, it's like you had to double lace them or you had to just simply tie them up depending on what you wore. But especially being, you know, just Superstar shell toes, you know, it's pretty reasonable. The next pair of shoes I actually want to go over that I had going into my undergraduate, and actually I think like a year or semester or so after going into 2017, is, you know, still the same brand. We rocking them triple three stripe Adidas, but the pro models. You know, these are the Adidas Superstar Pro Model Baby Blues. Now for these were like one of those rare shoes that people would sleep on until they see them on foot. And, you know, I went ahead and just bought the shoes, had them to where I had to go to the store to pick them up, and pick them up. And honestly, I mean, you know, still to this day, like, they still have like the little flaws with the previous shoes that I just went over to where like the lacing is kind of off. But after you get the lacing down, they still some pretty dope shoes. I know like they a little bit dirty because I had them for like some time now, but you know, they pretty cool. Now for these, in the background, I already went over the shoes that I already went over, but now it's time to get into that big stuff, my God. All right, the next pair of shoes to go over my sneaker collection, if you can kind of see already, is a pair of some Air Force high top shoes, because they fit just like regular Air Forces, but you know, they just come with like the weird, with just a back strap and just a high top feeling. But the only difference is the strap was different to where, you know, with these, like, you can definitely like just change up how you can strap them up, you know, just to give them like a little bit more flair, a little bit more style. And that's how I normally wear my high top forces, no matter if it's with pants, sweats, or especially shorts. You know, like if you can lace these up upright with the right outfit, some fire kicks. But these are how normally like the shoes would look with the lace behind the back. So, you know, it can feel like a more like just flair, just basically add more flair to it. And, you know, normally how I wear my shoes, depending on the shoes, you know, I normally just have them laced up to like the second hole, but more than likely I'll just really loose lace them into where like I can just have them just sticking out just like this. I know it's not like this now because, you know, I haven't worn them in a while with work in school, but, you know, like, shoot, yeah, you know, pretty much something like this, you know, is gonna be a pretty fire fit, especially like with the denim jacket. Now the next pair of shoes I'm gonna go ahead and show here. Now I know like this gonna step into the Jordan realm. Over here having the Absolute, and to my opinion, shoot, these shoes high key be fire. Got me some Air Jordan 1 men's, got the burgundy colorway. Now before you, hold on. Now before you tend to flame the shoe, like hold on. Like I know like it's controversy when it comes to like, oh, it's the highway or the no way. Ain't no mids, boy. Who got that type of money? Who got that type of money for that type of shoes, man? Hey, I buy. You know, these were still some pretty dope shoes to buy, you know, especially like buying them for like just $115 or $120. You know, as a college student, that's really budget friendly. Because, you know, at the time before now, I didn't really have like that type of funds just to be spending like hundreds and hundreds on like the best Air Jordan 1s. But, you know, like I'm slowly stacking up to that point. But, you know, still gotta play it smart. But, you know, with these shoes, like what I really liked about these was like they really I guess like really just with ones in general, they fit like beyond comfortable. Like I could just slip any pair of these on. I'm just like, okay, I feel pretty comfortable. Especially like with the, no matter the fit, it's like, okay, like yeah, these are, I keep kind of fire. And of course, as you know, they got the same steel cotton stitching and the same type of, get rid of her hair. They had the same type of stitching and feel as it would to Air Jordan lows or even the highs. But for some reason, it was just with this colorway in general. I feel like I was like, you know what, I'm messing with that. I'm gonna go ahead and just cop me a pair. And these pair was like one of the very first few pair of ones that I've bought up till now. And on the Jordan spectrum, I'm starting to lean more towards Air Jordan 1s because they can be fire and comfortable. So with these, these are definitely one of my few favorite pairs I always like to wear, like just once every blue moon if I'm going somewhere or going out to eat with my girl. And these are pretty good ones. Pretty good. I definitely recommend. Now the next pair, so it's still gonna fall within the Jordan category, and for these, we're gonna be going over the pine green mid-notes. Now I don't care what anybody say when it came to the pine greens, because yeah, both the high tops, well, both variations or both versions of it, they pretty fire, but these here, like these are pretty dope too. And they still just fall with the category regarding like just comfortability and everything. Like they pretty good comfortable wise. They still some pretty dope shoes. And I know like I got these like a little bit like the semester before I graduated from my undergraduate, before I got into grad school. Like these Jordans was pretty fire, and I was just like, okay, I got me some fresh J's, I got me the pine green mids, but shoot, these things still pretty fire. Like I finna rock these youngs, and I only worn these like a couple times, cause you want to wear them, but you still want to preserve your shoes. So it's just like, okay, let me just wear them just a couple times. It's just like, okay, man, shoot, just gotta flex on them a couple times. But still some pretty good shoes as you see. As you know by now, like if not through the video, like I'm the type to wear I loose lace my shoes to where they fit comfortable, but I don't have to worry about tying them up. Although I kind of did step in a piece of gum like on my first day of grad school, and I was like kind of lifted because like, bro, these are my fucking pump. For the next pair of shoes, I'm gonna go ahead and go over my all red solar Nike Huaraches. Well, that was just named that was on the website, but pretty much like my all red Huaraches. These are some pretty good shoes still. They still fit on the comfortability scale, but it still kind of fit, kind of like you was wearing the Vapor Max to where it's a little bit narrow. But after wearing them a few times, these are still pretty good. They still some pretty comfortable shoes. They're pretty stylish. You can pretty much wear them with everything. And these are definitely a go-to. Like if you just want to wear some red shoes that's inexpensive. I think the last one I bought these are only, I think maybe $70 or $80 because they was on sale from just being $100. So I definitely recommend. So the next pair that I want to go over was the Guava Ice ones that I got back in my undergrad. You have to go with that Guava Ice, you feel me? Like with these, still in the Jordan 1 category, these are probably one of my favorite pairs, mainly because like, aside from like just the Nike branding on the side, with it just being the Air Jordan 1s, these here, like these pretty fire. And with any outfit, like kind of like sort of matching the colorway or even like an all black outfit, these are pretty dope. And I got these in my undergrad for I think 130 or 145 off the GoDaddy before they ran out of my size. And these are pretty fire. Shout out to the GoDaddy. Now let me go and show you guys the 2021 Air Jordan Retro Carmine 6s. Now if you know me, I am a big fan of Air Jordan 6s. And when I say like it was the best decision to go with these while I had the chance for a good price, yeah, you gotta have your 6s, man. You gotta have your 6s, man. Like, look at that. Like I know you see this heat. Pair, I'm gonna go ahead and bring you guys the infrared 2311 lows or the infrared 11s. And these shoes were pretty dope. Don't mind the scuff right there because it was the missing. Oh, you can't even see it. Never mind. Yeah. But with these shoes, I bought these still in like my first semester of grad school. These are like the first pair of 11s I wanted to get, so at least like get a feel of them. So at least like you'll be able to just be like, okay, like kind of like that deciding factor if you want to get more or not. And honestly, like these shoes were still pretty good, but they fall under like the tightness of the Vapor Maxes to where it's like it better just go like a half size up just for true comfortability instead of like going true to size, since you know, with it being more narrow. But I mean, they still pretty dope shoes. I definitely give them like a 10 out of 10. And I got these off the GoDaddy for I think $205 because they was having a sale with most pairs of 11s. And the next pair that I'll probably buy is a pair of the 72 1011s because those are the ones I wanted since high school, which, you know, I'll probably do a future video on that. But so far, I do recommend these. These are pretty dope, the infrared 23s. And, you know, I definitely say, like, if you're a first-time Jordan buyer for 11s, definitely go a half size up so it won't be just killing your feet. In West Philadelphia, born and raised. With it being the Bel Air 5s, these are pretty good dope shoes just to pick up if you can. I got these from the GoDaddy for about $150, and what I really like about these, besides from the lace locks, because you know, gotta have them lace locks. But you know, they have the Fresh Prince of Bel Air colorways, but they're alternative to where, you know, not every foot or each foot is different, or let me rephrase, each shoe is different. So that's one thing that I really liked about the shoes and everything. And you know, like on a rating scale, I definitely give these like a, you know, a 4.5 out of 5. Now these next pair of shoes, like when I say these are the best pair of shoes I've picked up in a while, when I mean you look at these, you're gonna be like, okay, he packing that heat. He dropping them big butts on it. And now I'm gonna go ahead and show you the bird. Alright, for real on the next pair. These, again, okay, look. The pandemic semester was just a wild semester when it came to buying shoes. Why now? I don't even know. But the next pair I want to go ahead and show is the Yeezy semi-frozen yellows. And yes, these are real deal. I see you looking back there. These are real deal. Because she bought some too. Yeah, and I see you back there. Uh-huh. Took chocolate stuff. But anywho. But you know, I bought these during the pandemic year, and you know, I got these still like in the pandemic semester before I graduated, and surprisingly, they was pretty low. And these are probably like one of the highest paid shoes I ever paid for. I mean, of course, because it's by Kanye. But you know, I definitely recommend these if you have the money for it. But if it comes to like, you know, if you don't, you know, just save your pocket change. Don't stress yourself about it, because they still gonna be there out the way. You know, play smart. Alright, last but not least, to wrap up this video, we gotta go ahead and go over the hot electric orange one. Just because of the colorway, because it kind of reminds me of the shattered backboards that normally come out from time to time. But I know, me personally, what could have been better is like just the back part of the sole. If they had that black, or is where, you know, it made it like dominant black, but with the black Nike check and everything, you know, it probably would have been like much better. But you know, it's still a good pair of shoes out of the way. I definitely give these a 10 out of 10. Now, normally, I'm still trying to figure out if I want to keep the laces black or just change up to where it's like just orange and or white. But, you know, that'll probably be in a later video another day. But other than that, you know, I'm definitely a 1s guy and a 6s guy. I know you see them Carmines. I know you see those over there. Got the heat for days. Be sure just to hit the notification bell wherever that pops up anywhere on the screen. And you know, just be sure to like, comment, subscribe. Go ahead and stay hydrated, keep stretching, and keep it fly.